Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. This video shout out goes to Victoria Hemingway. Victoria, thank you so much for all of your positive comments and feedback lately. It has meant so much to me. You've been really active. It has been so awesome seeing you popping up in my thread and seeing the type of comments you've been leaving, and it's awesome that I was able to bring awareness to you about another brand. I do actually have a few videos on Nabla Cosmetics, so if you type it in my search bar, in case you're interested in seeing some of their other eyeshadows as well, you can do that. And they do have a wide range of shadows, and they also have eye pencils, some liquid liners, lipsticks. I had picked up a few things to test out from them, so if you're interested, just type in Nabla and it should pull it up for you. They're also in my cruelty-free playlist, so you should be able to find it fairly easily, I hope. But thank you so much for being active, because comments actually really help me out as well. The way Google Analytics works and YouTube Analytics works, the more comments, the more likes, even dislikes, views, all of that gets taken into consideration for being put up in the sidebar on videos that get recommended to others to be able to click on, you know, in the recommendation to view. So thank you so much for being so active and taking the time to watch my videos. Now this video, it might be a little bit choppy because I initially started swatching out my Zoeva palettes in my Zoeva eye tutorial on this look that I did, but then I realized that I have 4 different Zoeva eyeshadow palettes, and one is a bigger one. 3 of them are 10 pan palettes, one is a 15 pan palette, and I have 2 highlight palettes from them. These 2 are brand new. 2 of the eyeshadow palettes are brand new, and the third 2, okay, the 2 highlights are brand new. These 2 are brand new. This one might be brand new. It was in the new section, but I don't know if it's brand new because I kind of think that this has been around longer, but I don't know if it was misplaced or was like trying to get you like it's new, but it's not new. I don't know. But 4 of these are new for sure. The 5th one might be new. The 6th one is not new, but I hadn't swatched it or used it yet. So then I realized during that's going to consume a huge portion of my video. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a different video, release them both on the same day. So one video will be a Zoeva swatching video, since I do have 6 palettes to swatch, and you guys might be interested, especially because I know that 5 right now are available on the website for sure. The only one I'm not 100% sure is the Warm Spectrum, but these 5 right now are still available. This one, I don't know if it's sold out. So I'm going to do my best to make it not choppy, but if it is a little bit more choppy than how my videos normally are, that's why. So I do give a little bit of feedback along the way too, based on the swatching and how, you know, opaque they are. Some are a little bit chalky, some are just beautifully pigmented, super smooth, super creamy, really plush. Some just don't really pack an impact. Some are a little bit like repetitive in the same palette. I find them to be duplicates. Some are just breathtaking, like they're really all over the place. The highlighting palettes are not what you expect them to be. It's just a really big range of like, because they're beautiful and just all over the place. So I think that this is a video that is probably much needed to at least help you guys out if you're trying to figure out whether or not to buy palettes from Zoeva. I definitely think that the highlighting palettes are beautiful. They're just very different. So once you see the color scheming, it's going to be, you know, whether or not you like the color scheming. And out of the 4 eyeshadow palettes, I absolutely recommend the Café and this matte. There is a larger matte that I did not purchase. I don't know, it just, the color scheming didn't grab me. I don't know what that one's like. These two I could not recommend more. The offline palette, to me, this one only has a couple of beautiful shades in it. Not, to me, not really worth the money, but it would depend, you know, if those couple of shades are like, oh my god, I need those in my life. And then the warm spectrum, I find that there are a lot of duplicates in it. There are a couple of really beautiful shades. You'll see what I'm talking about, but out of all 6 palettes, these two I am so happy with. I think that they are incredible, and I think that the 2 highlighting palettes are really unique, and I do like these 2 a lot. So if you guys want to see swatches and then just hear my little tidbits along the way, then just keep on watching. And of course, Zoeva had to go ahead and release some new palettes right when I came to the room to record this video. So there will be another swatching video done once those palettes arrive. Enjoy this one in the meantime. Love you guys. This Café palette is so incredibly soft, buttery, pigmented, smooth, just amazing. It's like plush eyeshadows. I'm obsessed. The mattes and the metallics are just beautiful. Like, these arm swatches just scream fall winter. Like, I love, 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 love. So we have, oh, it's hard to read it. This, okay, Micro Foam is the first one. Beautiful transition shade. It's hard when they do like, oh my gosh, metallic writing on like a marbled backdrop, small print. Then we have Distinct Experience. I think that's so pretty. No Added Spice. That's a really gorgeous metallic green. Oh my gosh, Tasting Note. This swatch is much darker than what it appears to look like in the pan. And then Heron Gas. I have no idea. That's the first row. Second row we have, I think it says Nuanced History. Yes. Nuanced History. That is such a beautiful nude mauve rose, just awesome transition shade. Then we have Micro Roasting. Cup of Joy. Again, this one swatched much deeper, so just swatch your shadows out ahead of time. Talk, Write, Read, and then Shine Bright. Now I have to switch arms for the offline palette. I am not impressed at all with the offline palette. The pigmentation isn't there. They are a little bit more on the dry side. Like, they're not the most dry eyeshadows I've ever felt, don't get me wrong, but in comparison to the, I was trying to say, just in comparison to the Café palette, it's dry, but it's not a dry palette. I swatched the Café first. I was blown away, and then this one was like, what happened? So I don't know. And it's also a really odd color scheming choice. It screams springtime. We're not even into winter yet. I don't get the launch time of it. I don't get the feeling of these shadows. I don't know. Like, look at the pigmentation. I mean, I know the first 2 are essentially my skin color, but even those were really hard to get swatches of. This one was patchy. These 2 were patchy, and even the purple metallic was patchy. Like, they just don't pack a punch. And these ones are impossible to read the shade names, so I'm just going to tell you that, you know, these 2 are transition shades. Then we have like an metallic, another transition shade, and then metallic that ends the first row, and then that's the second row. The blue is beautiful. It has like a gold shift in there, so I love the blue. I mean, the purple's nice too. It just doesn't really pack a punch, and this doesn't really pack a punch. And I mean, I've seen these shades over and over again, but to me, the only impressive shade really is the blue. I'm really disappointed in this palette, and I don't think I'll be using this one today. So I have to wipe off this arm and swatch out the mattes. This matte palette is really nice. The mattes are super smooth, creamy, not patchy, and just really nice in pigmentation and vibrancy. So this palette is a win. So if you guys don't have a nice warm tone palette, I think this would be a good option. But if you already do have these shades, I mean, obviously it's not worth it. If you're a collector, it'd be great to have because these ones do swatch out really well. So we have the first 5 shades are these babies for the first row. I'm not even going to try to look at the names because it's really, the font is way too small and metallic and my eyes cannot read it. And then this is the next row. So we do have a really light transition shade, a nice white one if you guys want to highlight your brow bone with the white or set your whole lid with the white. Some nice neutrals for transitions, great pops of color, berry tones, and like a charcoal. So it is a really nice, well-rounded palette. Now, the highlighting palettes, the Winter Strobe, this is quite intense. I wasn't really expecting it to look quite like this because this is the colorful one. And it might be better for me to sit back down. I think you guys get a better idea when I sit down for the back of the hand swatches. But for an up close, this is the Winter Strobe, and it looked like it was going to be like high impact color. This is so reflective. And it's not as colorful as I thought. And the spring one that looked like it would be more like neutral golds and champagne colors is extremely colorful. So I don't really know. Like just kind of looking at that, the gold is even like an orangey gold, and then there's pink, there's like blue and green. It's crazy. So this one is the spring palette, which is the one that looks like it wouldn't be that colorful. And it's colorful. They'd be great eyeshadows too, but just not what I was expecting at all. And then the winter one is the one that appeared to be colorful. And I mean, there is still color mixed in, but these are definitely more just like metallic bang and highlights that are really impactful with like a tint of metal or a tint of color just being really metallic, like especially that one. So I don't know, we're gonna have to play around a little bit and see how it turns out. All right, I swatched out the Warm Spectrum palette row by row by row, and this one is also a little bit inconsistent, and there are definite hits and misses. As you can see, the metallic shades in here are definitely beautiful. This duochrome is a bit of a twist on the stereotypical one that we see in a lot of palettes that are of this tone. This one's a little bit more on the brown side than that like crazy brown, green, iridescent. So I appreciate the fact that this one is a different type of duochrome metallic. Then we have a really pretty light champagne. The black is really nicely pigmented. I love this orange shade. I think that is gorgeous. This plum metallic is stunning. Like I could have that all over my lid and be very happy. And then it kind of goes downhill. I think this chocolate shade would perform well with a brush. It just was a little bit choppy and slightly chalky when I was swatching it. This rose gold is very pretty, but very, very light. I think you would need a glitter glue. You would definitely need to wet your brush if you wanted any kind of impact out of this shade. Again, these two purple shades were a little bit hard to swatch. There isn't that much pigmentation to it. And then I have an issue with the fact that there are these three shades that are all extremely light. I feel like that's taking up a lot of space in a palette where it's unnecessary. You have 15 shades and 3 of them are essentially, you know, a bone color, and then you have this sheer bone color metallic. And I mean, it's a sheer metallic. So essentially 4 out of, I think it's 15, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 15 shades are, it's like just plain white. I don't think any palette should have 4 like that. And then this is a good transition shade, and this is a really light copper shade. I think it would be the same issue as that rose gold. You would need to lay down a glitter glue to get more impact out of it, wet your brush, have a base under it, you know, of a similar tone. Put an eyeshadow down first, a cream down first, then put this over top, and then it would perform beautifully. It's just that, you know, some of the shadows in here are absolutely incredible, while other shadows are and other shadows I feel are duplicates, and there's definitely room for other shades. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that this was helpful for you guys and something that you were interested in. It was just a last minute thought as I was doing all the swatches. I was like, I really think I should put a little mini video together for you guys because Zoeva is like coming out with all of these launches right now, and I don't know why, to me, it just seems to be hit and miss. I feel like so many people really love the brand, and for me, I really love the ones that I love, but then the other ones, I'm like, what happened? Because, like, you know what you're doing. Like, some of them are really, really good, and other ones are kind of just like, you kind of fell short. So, I don't know. I guess maybe some people have been lucky enough to pick up only the ones that are fantastic, or they're able to look past the inconsistencies. With me, I guess I'm so nitty gritty that there's so many options on the market. I don't know. But I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.